Okay, so I get asked a lot about contouring and highlighting. How do I do it without looking crazy? How much do I do? What color should I use? I'm going to use something that's really dark, but I'm just going to use a little bit. And you can see I'm about as pale can be. So I'm using my Sun-Kissed bronzer. All of my eyeshadows and cheek products are pressed mineral, okay? So we're going to do this, and we're going to use the key to contouring to me is using something that's matte, something that's darker than your skin tone. If it's a lot darker, like, hello, this is a lot darker, I'm just going to use very, very little because otherwise I'm going to look like a drag queen, which I very much enjoy, but that's not the look we're going for today. And a brush that's the right size. So a matte powder that's darker than your skin tone and a brush that's a good size that's not too thick. Like if I tried to use this powder brush, the thing would be like as big as my cheek, and that's crazy looking. So this is my little contour brush. It's the perfect little loop 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 size. So I'm going to pat it in. I don't need a lot of this. This is a lot. We'll wipe that off a little bit. But I'm going to dot it on my Kleenex. So that's what I'm doing. Dot, dot, dot. Now I'm going to make a fish face. And you can feel your cheekbones. Okay? So that's where you're going. And you're basically going to go from about the hairline to, I've gotten very exact with this, to about where your iris starts. That's where you stop. So fish face, we're going from here to about where that is. Okay? Does that make sense? It makes sense. You're smart people. So we're just going to, and that's kind of it. But see how this side looks a little thinner than this side? Macaroni and cheese? No macaroni and cheese. Amazing. And put a little bit more on. Let's say we overdid it. Let's say we got really excited and we went, oh, I love to contour. It's so fun. So that's a little, for every day, that's a little strong. Take your empty powder brush. This is when a big fat powder brush is great. And just circle that so it softens. Okay, so it doesn't look as crazy. It just looks soft and like I got a little sun, and that's fine. So we're going to pick up some more of our contour, dot it on our, when I say dot it, I'm literally like bink, bink, bink. Okay, dot it on there. Fish face. I'm going to overdo it just so you can see it overdone. And I am brushing a little bit up here to kind of hook that down. I am doing that. So there is a little bit more than just here down. I am doing a little bit of a comma situation, if that makes sense. Okay? Too much. Oh no! But it's okay. Because we're going to just soften that. Okay? Now, if you had 2 extra seconds and you were feeling like I don't enjoy this part of me a ton, so let's go a little bit under here along the jawline, but especially right under there. And it doesn't change me completely, but it certainly doesn't hurt. And then you can also go all this stuff. Like you could contour in here, down here. Okay, wherever you get hollow is basically a place that you could contour. You don't need to do this every day. This is if you have like a wedding or if you really like makeup and you like to do it every day. I do this about once a year. But those are other places you could contour. You could do a little bit around here if you're feeling adventurous, all right? Putting the hair back. Okay, highlight. I'm going to use Magic Dust from Erin's Faces. And this you need so little. This little thing will last you until you are about 80 years old. And if you're already 80, it'll last you till you're 100. I have some ladies I just visited down in Florida, my grandmother's independent living facility. Some of them are 80, so, you know. Okay, so we're taking a fan brush. I'm basically going in the cap of this because if I go directly into the pot, I'm going to get so much gold powder. I'm going to look like a fairy dropped her bucket of dust on me. Again, fun look, not for today. So just a little bit I'm picking up with the whole edge of the fan brush. There's little sparkles flying all over. And I'm going to pat it right here, okay, on my highlight of my cheek. You can feel there's a bone there. That's what we're going for. This is good. You know how we look pretty in candlelight and in soft focus lenses in movies? All of us that have been in movies or not. This gives you that in real life. So we're going to put this here. And then with this particular product, it's a little shimmery. So I like to press it with my finger and soften it. That's not going to read on camera, but picking up more. Can go a little bit under the brow. And a little bit under the brow. So eventually we are making a C shape, okay, for our highlight. Yeah, you could do a little down the nose. I don't because I get oily, so I don't need help getting shiny on my nose. But that's that, okay? So where does our blush go? This is really important. A lot of people do blush in very interesting places. And I think some of it is generational and some of it is just not knowing what to do. So I'm going to use Impatience, which is like a hot pink. Can't totally see it, but it's a cotton candy kind of a pink. And a blush brush that obviously needs to get washed. I'll wash it later. Going into my color, pat, pat, pat. And then I'm dabbing it on a Kleenex because that's what I do. So I'm going to smile and your apples pop out, right? Brush it across. Think of a cinnamon bun. Think of whiskers on a cat. Whatever makes sense to you. But just here. We're not going here. We are not going here. We're just going on the apples. Okay? Because if you go here or anywhere else, you're going to age yourself and date yourself. And that's not really what we want to do. Okay? It's not totally showing up on the camera, but I promise it's showing up in real life. Hello. I'm going to mix a little bit of begonia because I like a little peach. This is the pink, this is the peach. Impatience is pink, begonia is peach. I like a little bit of peachy. I tend to mix blushes. Okay, now let's say you got your blush too hot and you're like, oh, I look like a doll, that's not cute. Again, empty powder brush. Circles, soften. Pretty, right? Lovely. See you in a minute.